Hello and welcome everyone to our new session of Happy Life Talk. This is Melanie Grammar.
And Ahmed Elkilany.
Hi Melanie, how is it in Alicante today?
Hi Ahmed. Well, it is very, very hot. We have probably 35 degrees,
Oh,
and yeah, and people would stay inside during the day and then go into the streets or on the beach at night.
that's nice. Hope you have a good time there. I'm a bit jealous. So,
Jealous, yeah, good word for today's topic.
yeah, I would say now I think I revealed it. So, would you like to tell us exactly what we're going to talk about today?
Well, I mean, you already said it. We're going to talk about jealousy. And jealousy is a quite serious topic because it has a big impact on relationships if someone is very jealous. And I think it's also a topic everybody can kind of relate to because he has experienced jealousy himself or from a partner in a relationship that he or she has been.
Yeah, I think it's a very heavy topic actually. But why do you think people get jealous?
Well, there can be two main situations or different cases why people would feel jealous. In the first case, the partner or the person they are with kind of gives them a reason to be jealous because maybe he's lying to them, he's dishonest, or he even already cheated on his partner. This would be the first scenario. In the second case, we would have a partner that never gave any reason or anything that his partner or her partner could be jealous about. Um, so in this case, the jealousy comes from the person itself. Like she or he feels insecure about him or herself and would feel that the partner maybe could find someone he finds more interesting or he gets better along with or he will maybe fall in love even with another person.
But don't you think that jealousy comes sometimes out of love? I mean, for example, I had this kind of experience where if you don't show jealousy, it means you don't care. What do you think about that?
Yes, you're right. Mistakenly, a lot of people think that way. They think if their partner is jealous, it means he really cares for them and he loves them, and if it is not jealous, it's a lack of love. But if we think from the other direction, if we think about love, what does it mean to love someone?
Well, that's a very complicated question. I cannot just answer it in one sentence now. If you love someone, that's huge, I would say.
Okay, I will give you a direction what I want to come to. Like when you are jealous, the behavior you have is maybe a controlling behavior. Maybe you try to find out what your partner is doing in his free time. You would control the mobile phone even in some cases. You would have a behavior that is not actually serving the well-being of your partner, but it's actually causing a distress. If you love someone, then you want your partner to feel good. You want him to feel free, to feel, of course, committed to you. I mean, he did commit because he's in a relationship with you, but you want not to stress him with controlling behaviors. It's not a love feeling that initiates this behavior. It's more out of fear and insecurity.
But what if there are really reasons to feel this jealousy? I mean, sometimes partners make you jealous. They want to be jealous.
What do you mean by the partner makes you jealous?
Well, some partners want to make you jealous, want to feel that you really get jealous because they want to feel that you love them and care for them. So they just do some acts that might drive you crazy. They seek it.
Well, Of course, yeah, I understand. I understand. So if they have the concept that if my partner is jealous, then he loves me. If he's not jealous, then I try to make him jealous, so I will feel that he loves me. Um, I mean, I think you notice that it is a little bit not a factful way to make someone really love you, because what you're trying to evoke is fear. You try to make him scared that he's going to lose you, right?
Yeah,
And
of
showing a
course.
behavior that is motivated out of that fear, and you misinterpret that as a love behavior.
And then maybe later you cannot get rid of that because maybe it starts to get annoying for you. You enjoyed it for some moment, and then later you're like, oh, now he's controlling and I don't like this anymore.
Well,
Or
you
she.
are introducing, yeah, you are introducing psychological games into the relationship, and this means a kind of a lie. It's a little lie. Like I'm trying to make him jealous means I'm trying to fake a situation that actually is not there. So here I'm already touching our base of trust and mutual understanding. Instead of just saying that I feel not loved, or that I would wish that he would show me more tenderness, or tell me nice words, or whatever is the thing I feel I need from him. Instead of telling that honestly, I try to play a game, and in a lot of cases this can have a very contradictory effect.
Okay, you stated now two situations. The first is based on nothing because the partner is actually committed and he didn't do anything that would trigger jealousy. And the other situation where the partner actually did something or cheated or whatever. Um, what shall we do in both situations, you think?
Yes, definitely we have to do something about the jealousy, because when we react on that fear, and it's always related to fear, no? Like we're scared of losing our partner, or we are scared of being the stupid one when someone cheats on us and we don't notice. We're even sometimes scared of our own thoughts. What is going to happen when I find out that he's cheating on me? What does it mean about me? Am I not worthy enough? Am I not good enough for him? We're scared of all these things, and this triggers the jealousy, and it triggers negative thoughts, negative emotions, and the controlling behavior, and sometimes questioning, um, which reduces the trust in the relationship. It reduces the communication, because our partner, maybe he feels, oh, I'm not going to talk about certain things because it will increase our jealousy. It increases the distance in the relationship, and therefore increases insecurity and fear. It comes to more jealousy, and in a lot of cases, even it comes to the separation of the relationship, the thing we actually want to avoid. So, in the case that you were describing right now, that the partner is really committed, actually there is no need for jealousy, right?
No, I don't think so.
Why do you think people are still jealous?
Well, it could be many reasons. It could be previous experience that he had or he or she had, and he expecting it to happen again, especially if the same surrounding happens. Or it could be that maybe it's an issue that I have already, or the person has in himself. He's not confident enough, or he's not. He has lack of self-esteem, I would say, or she.
Yeah, very good, exactly. So, first we have to find out which of the categories our jealousy belongs to. So we can ask ourselves the question, um, do I notice that my jealousy is irrational? It means that actually my partner's behavior and the way we communicate is indicating me that he's committed to the relationship and I don't have to worry, but still I feel a jealousy. Is it that case? Or in the second case, is my partner really behaving in a way that would justify this jealousy? It means he already cheated on me, and he has he lies, and maybe I discovered some of his lies, and I don't really trust him. So in the first case, we notice he decided to be in the relationship. He's committed. He's honest. He or she. Sorry, I'm always talking about the male part. It can be he or she, of course.
Yeah.
So I have to become aware of that situation, that actually my partner decided to be with me. So he wants to be with me and not with someone else. This means that we are all unique persons, and we have certain characteristics, and if someone decides to be with us, he decides it on the base of the characteristic we have and the person we are. So if he decided to be committed, we can be happy about that, but it's not on us to secure this commitment. And in any case, if you want to secure the commitment, the way of doing that would not letting jealousy drive my behavior, because this is a behavior driven by fear. So I would try to control him. I would actually destroy this trust that we have. But I could invest this energy into caring behavior, loving behavior, to make the relationship stronger, to establish a deep bonding, trust, and understanding. And on that base, the commitment also grows, of course.
And the second case, when really the partner did something that actually makes sense to be jealous about.
Yeah, in the second case, it's also about insecurity and fear, but the case is different. I mean, I really have some obvious proof that my partner cheats or that he's dishonest. So in that situation, actually it comes to the question, why do I decide to be with someone who obviously is not committed to me, or who obviously doesn't respect me even? Because if I want a commitment in the relationship and my partner doesn't, and I still stay in this relationship, it means that I'm actually lacking respect for myself. And it's definitely a self-esteem issue. So in both cases, when there's jealousy, it has a lot to do with how do I think about myself? Am I insecure about who I am, what I want? Do I think that there are other people who are more interesting than I am? Do I think I'm not good enough? I'm not worthy enough? This has a lot to do with this issue. So a very good thing would be to get some psychological counseling and work on the self-esteem, and always ask myself, do I really want that? Why would I stay in a relationship where I'm not respected?
Okay, so you're basically saying if someone feels jealousy because the partner cheated, do you think the best way is to leave the relationship? I mean, what if this happened because of a mistake, or I don't know, for any other reason, but maybe he or she still wants to be in a relationship?
Well, I mean, the second case is really in a situation where we have someone who cheated several times, and we cannot trust at all anymore. If a partner cheats one time, and then they talk about it, and he kind of regrets it, and you can reestablish a base of trust, then we would talk about the first situation, not about the second situation.
Understand. So it's more about if it becomes a habit, if it's something that you know and it's going on and nothing's gonna stop it, and it's really a big base for jealousy, then you should reconsider and start thinking, why would you accept something like that? I mean, if you don't accept it at the beginning, if there's no agreement, of course, why would you accept something like that?
Exactly, because I mean, if you're in a relationship like that and you're constantly worried about what your partner is doing, who is he meeting, you feel you cannot trust him, and you obviously have proof that you cannot trust him, then you're constantly suffering. Actually, it consumes a lot of energy, and of course you can decide to continue in this situation. Sometimes it can also be difficult to find a way out. Maybe if there are children, maybe if there's a dependency. It's always a decision. But if you have this situation and you're suffering, then the most probable thing for you to feel better about yourself also would be to leave this toxic situation.
But we talk now about the two extremes, actually. I mean, someone cheated and someone is super suspicious without no reason. But what if we have this relationship where one of the partners is, I don't know, flirty, he likes to go out with the opposite gender, he's touchy, he shows off certain things. He doesn't cheat or she doesn't cheat. But she is kind of like that. She's very social, and this could trigger by the other partner some jealousy emotions. What do you think about that?
Yes, of course. I mean, it always depends on the individual case. It depends also on the personality of the person. If you're someone who cannot accept that in a relationship, that your partner would be touchy and flirty and likes to be with other people, like surrounded by other men or women, and enjoys that. If you cannot accept that at all, then maybe this is not the right partner for you. Then maybe you would feel better searching for someone who thinks in a similar way that you think. But normally, it would also be a good opportunity to become flexible and to become aware that your partner is, even if he's behaving like that, having his or her limits, and he would not cheat. And maybe you can come to the conclusion that it's not a big issue and you can accept that. It depends really on the person.
So what do you think we shall do to keep our relationship happy and healthy and try to control our jealousy or even stop it?
Well, when we are with a partner who really trusts us and is committed to us, then he deserves to not be stressed out with our jealousy that doesn't have a base actually in the relationship. So if we feel jealous because of our own insecurity or about or because of experiences that we had in our past, it will not be so easy to just say, okay, I will not feel jealous anymore, right?
Yeah, right? Not so easy.
So no, it's not easy at all, because these emotions, they get activated and it's not something that you can control at first place. So the first recommendation I would make is to try not to control the emotion, try to accept that emotion, but to control the reaction of the emotion. Means when the emotion of jealousy comes and I enter into this fear, and I want to do something to reduce this fear, like questioning him about, or him or her, where he has been, what he did do, what he did tonight, or where with whom he was talking, or any kind of this controlling behavior, then I try not to have this behavior. It means I just stay with the uncomfortable feeling of jealousy without transferring it to my partner by making questions or doing any kind of control behavior.
So the main key um, for this is to control our behavior and our reactions and not control our emotions, because emotions we cannot control. It will always be there. We have to accept it.
Exactly. It will pop up when there is something that evokes the emotion, and it's not easily controllable because it has something to do with our self-esteem or with our own insecurity in ourselves. So of course the second step would be to work on that, our personal issues. What could be the reason that we feel insecure, we think that our partner could be interested in someone else, why we're not seeing our own self values and our uniqueness and the special person we are, that deserves to be loved and deserves to be with a partner who trusts and is committed to us. And this, of course, can be done by yourself, but it's always, in such situations, it's always good to have a professional opinion, or to talk to any kind of psychologist or therapist that could help you with that.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think that if someone is feeling jealousy, okay, the feeling came, but he is controlling his behavior, do you think communication would be a good idea or clarification, ask for a certain clarification, like for example, what have you been doing last night? And then he gets a clear answer and then it ends at this moment. He doesn't react or do anything, I would say stupid. Do you think it's allowed?
That's a very good point, and it's not so easy to answer that. I mean, I think if we think about the first point we were talking about, then I would say no. In general, a general no. Like, try not to question your partner, because this would already be confirming your jealousy. Like, you try to reduce your fear by making these questions. But in certain situations, if you communicate to your partner, communication is always a very good tool. That's true. It's always good to communicate to your partner. You know, I feel jealous. I had this kind of experiences, or I have this insecurity, and I feel a little bit jealous. But and there could be some situations where you will notice that I may feel a little uncomfortable, but I will not bother you, because I know I trust you, and I know you are with me in the relationship and not with someone else. So I know this is my issue, and I'm going to work on that.
So, do you have any other point would you like to add?
Well, I think also a good thought in these situations, because I know it's difficult to control jealousy, or to act in a situation where you really feel very jealous. Just always think that everything in life has an end. Nothing is forever. So we don't possess our partner. We cannot make him stay with us if he doesn't want. If he is with us, it's because he loves us. He wants to be with us, and let's be aware of this situation, and try to invest this energy in making the relationship better, and in growing and learning from each other, and communicating, and having a good time, because really, nothing lasts forever.
Okay, nothing lasts forever, said Melanie Grammer.
Ahmed, I noticed you very quiet this episode. I don't know. Are you okay?
Yeah, well, it's a very special topic for me, I would say, because I kind of had both experiences. I mean, being controlled and being jealous, and both of them are was not a good situation, and I kind of been suffering a lot. So it's a very heavy topic for me, I would say.
Okay, I understand. That's a difficult situation for you, obviously. And but do you think this kind of information, if you had them in the moments where you would experience jealousy, feel jealousy, or experience a controlling behavior by your partner in that moment, this information would have been helpful for you?
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, I could have avoided a lot of things, and a lot of reactions could have been done in a better way, I would say. And from the other side, I would have explained why this feeling is existing and how things should go. Should have been clear about certain things. But yeah, now that I know it, let's hope I can make use of that.
Okay. So let's hope our information was helpful for everybody outside there, and for you maybe also, Ahmed. And
Very.
the future, sorry?
I said very.
Very okay, great. And I think the future always brings us new opportunities to apply the things we learn, and to improve ourselves, to improve our relationships, and to become better persons, and for having a better life, a happier life, and a healthier life also.
Great. This brings us then to our end of this session. Would you like to say something?
Well, I was thinking what we should talk about in our next episode. What would you say, Ahmed?
What would I say?
Is there something more that is very important about relationships?
Well, I would suggest cheating.
Cheating. Oh, that's very related to jealousy, yeah? You're right.
Exactly.
So, what would you be interested in knowing? Like why people cheat, and what can you do about that, or how you should react in such a situation?
Exactly.
Okay, I agree.
Good. So we have our next topic then.
Why do
Well,
people cheat, and what can we do to avoid that?
to avoid that or to react to that or both. Do you think it can be
Um,
avoided?
it can be prevented in some way, yes.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
That's good.
So now I'm
It
really
is, it
excited
is.
about that. Now I'm really excited about our next session.
Okay, so let's do that then.
Great. So thank you everybody for tonight's session. This was Melanie Grammar.
And Ahmed Elkilany.
Happy Life Talk and happy evening.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye.